Hello guys, today this is Tom from RV Travel and Living. Today we're going to talk about RV gadgets, and so this video coming up is actually going to be top 5 RV gadgets that you actually need, and so we're going to talk about this today. Today, actually, there's so many gadgets that you can actually have in an RV that actually can make things easier for you. As you know, you could come up with 50 items that was really beneficial to you. The number one thing that I would say in an RV, if you're getting an RV, the very first thing I would purchase would be actually a RV surge protector to protect your RV. It's actually a plug that you attach to your plug before you plug it into your power source at the RV parks and campsites. And it'll actually give you a readout, depending on what type you buy, on what kind of power it's doing, if there's fluctuations of power. It'll have an automatic cutoff if you hit power surges. And it's really unique and good for your RV because it being a 12-volt system there, sometimes, as we know, they can get spikes and they can get things in your appliances will be affected, your fridge, your microwaves, things like that. And it's amazing how you don't think about a simple thing, but in these RV parks, some of them are old, and so they're going to have things that do that. So that's the number one, but I have many here, but I will show pictures of these as I go through here. I have no affiliation links to any of these. I'm not getting any money on these. So these are just ideas, and I'm giving people ideas. This one right here is really unique. This is a collapsible dish drying rack. It's a rack that you can actually pull out. You open up. It's about 4 inches tall, and you put your dishes in. It's a simple thing. You purchase that. They have them at Amazon. You can actually buy those at Walmart, things like that. PopUp Trash Can. Everybody needs a pop-up trash can. I don't know how many trash cans I had, but it seems like the bathroom was always full. I had a small trash can in the bathroom underneath the sink. Then I had one in the kitchen. And I had actually a small one in the bedroom. And, you know, your toilet paper, you know, blowing your nose, or just things, you know, wrappers and things like that. A portable ice maker. Who would even think that? Ice sometimes is hard to find. You can get the trays and make your own ice. But some of the, depending on what type of RV that you have to make your own ice or buy ice. Sometimes it's cheaper to just buy ice, but sometimes it's never enough. But if you have a portable ice maker, that really will come in handy, especially when you're camping. All you do is fill it up with water and it'll freeze it. Another thing that's really good that you really need to think about having on your RV is actually a RV water filter. It's a filter to filter the water. Now there's many different kinds. You can attach it to underneath the sink for your drinking water and things like that there. As you know, as far as the gray water is concerned, you're taking showers, use toilets. But there are some really great units out there you can actually attach to the faucet. But some great ones out there, they charge anywhere from, you can buy one as little as $50 all the way up to $600. And the one that I had, honestly, it was from Brita. I just attached it to the sink and I tested it and to make sure I was drinking good water. And most of the time you're going to be drinking decent water, but as you know, depending on your traveling, you don't know what state you're in, where the water is, you know, and what it's about. I know in Florida, there was really good water. It had sometimes, depending on where you were at, had a little sulfur smell to it, but that was normal in some cases. An electric space heater. Do you need one? A lot of people will say, I'm not really quite sure if I need an electric space heater. But you'll be surprised, depending on what your RV is, depending on what type you have, or fifth wheel, or camper, you may need some type of heater. And you need to check that before you go in and park in the sites to make sure that you have something to heat up your body. You wake up in the morning, you're going to be cold sometimes. If you're out in the desert, you're going to need some type of heater for sure. I want to tell you, it gets cold out there. There are a lot of times you can actually buy, there are certain things that you can buy inside for your skylights. They have actually screens now you can attach, and you can roll the screen across, attach your skylights, keep it dark. A lot of bathrooms have that, skylights in your bathroom. Some have skylights in their bedroom. I would attach a dark screening unit across there to actually do that. They're not really too much. And you know, with that, you can do the blackout screen, the film. You can actually buy that. It's really nice. A lot of it have it in shades, so that's something you could look at. An air fryer. Air fryer is the smartest thing on this earth. It's the best way to cook. It's besides grilling. Grilling's number one for me. But air fryer, for example, say for instance you want to cook some French fries, and you don't want to cook them out on a grill, or hash browns. Throw them in the air fryer. Cooks them up fast. It's great eating. It takes out all the, if there's grease in, like you're cooking maybe a steak or roast, cook a roast in those. You cook a chicken in those, and it's really good eating. And it's really beneficial. It's really beneficial. Some people will say a dehumidifier. Now, a dehumidifier is a great thing. It takes the humidity out of the air, depending on what parts of the country you're in. If you're out in the western part, you're going to need a humidifier. You're going to need a little humid air to help clear out your nose, because your nose is going to get really dry. Your skin will get dry and things like that. So you might need a humidifier to make humid air. And then in places like the deep south and Florida and the Carolinas and Mississippi and Tennessee, during the summer months, you're going to need something to take the humidity out of the air. Like, you know, as air cons will do the same thing. But there's going to be times you maybe not want to run your air con, cooler temperatures. You open up a door and it may be raining or wet and things like that. And a lot of people have a dehumidifier to take the humidity out of there. And you'll find that would actually cooler temperatures in your RV by using a dehumidifier, because it takes humidity out of there, which brings a little bit of the chill back. It's amazing. I had one in my RV. People were saying, well, sometimes my RV would get so hot that I say, man, it's doing all it can do, you know. Well, as you know, temperatures get hot. It's just a hot box. Then I said, I need to get me a dehumidifier. So I got me a small one. I bought a small one, and it worked really well. It took the humidity out of there. And you'll be surprised how much it helped that air con. I would literally, honestly, plug it in and come back 3 or 4 hours later, and the bucket would have a gallon of water in it, because it's the capacity of that one that I bought would hold up to a gallon of water. It was a stand-up unit about this tall and about this wide, and it would hold a gallon of water. It took a gallon of humidity out of the air. Isn't it amazing? So it's no different than your air conditioner running. It has a drip hose running out to the ground, and you see it drip, drip, drip. That's taking humidity out of the air. I want to thank everybody for always watching our videos. This is kind of a fast one. This came up just as an idea today. Quick gadgets. Another thing that's a great thing is a small Keurig coffee maker. And that is something that you almost really need to get, is a small Keurig coffee maker. Because those things they're handy for making anywhere from 2 to 4 cups or 2 to 6 cups, depending on what type that you have. Or they have them, they got the miniatures now that's out, and they're really inexpensive. Thank you so much for watching. God bless everybody, and we'll see you next time on RV Travel and Living.